Tonight, we're going to go through the 45 Chinese Communist goals. Many Americans never knew that these goals existed, and so as we go through them, I want you to pay close attention to many of them, and you can see how this is playing out in our society and how the communists have infiltrated. Number 1, U.S. acceptance of coexistence as the only alternative to atomic war. Number 2, U.S. willingness to capitulate in preference to engaging in atomic war. Number 3, develop the illusion that total disarmament by the United States would be a demonstration of moral strength. Number 4, permit free trade between all nations regardless of communist affiliation and regardless of whether or not items could be used for war. Number 5, extension of long-term loads to Soviet and Russia satellites. Number 6, provide American aid to all nations regardless of communist domination. Number 7, grant recognition of Red China, admission of Red China to the UN. Number 8, set up East and West Germany as separate states in spite of Khrushchev's promise in 1955 to settle the Germany question by free elections under supervision of the UN. Number 9, prolong the conferences to ban atomic tests because the U.S. has agreed to suspend tests as long as negotiations are in progress. Number 10, allow all Soviet satellites individual representation in the UN. Number 11, promote the UN as the only hope for mankind. If its charter is rewritten, demand that it is set up as a one-world government with its own independent armed forces. Number 12, resist any attempt to outlaw the Communist Party. Number 13, do away with all loyalty oaths. Number 14, continue giving Russia access to the U.S. Patent Office. Number 15, capture one or both of the political parties in the United States. Number 16, use technical decisions of the courts to weaken basic American institutions by claiming their activities violate civil rights. Number 17, get control of the schools. Use them as transmission belts for socialism and current communist propaganda. Soften the curriculum. Get control of the teachers' associations. Put the party line in textbooks. Number 18, gain control of all student newspapers. Number 19, use student riots to foment public protests against programs or organizations which are under communist attack. Number 20, infiltrate the press. Get control of book review assignments, editorial writing, and policy-making positions. Number 21, gain control of key positions in TV, radio, and pictures. Number 22, continue discrediting American culture by degrading all forms of artistic expression. An American communist cell was told to eliminate all good sculptures from parks and buildings. Substitute shapeless, awkward, and meaningless art. Number 23, control art critics and directors of art museums. Our plan is to promote ugliness, repulsive, meaningless art. Number 24, eliminate all laws governing obscenity by calling them censorship and violation of free speech and free press. Number 25, break down cultural standards of morality by promoting pornography and obscenity in books, magazines, motion pictures, radio, and TV. Number 26, present homosexuality, degeneracy, and promiscuity as normal, natural, and healthy. Number 27, infiltrate the churches and replace revealed religion with social religion. Discredit the Bible and emphasize the need for intellectual maturity, which does not need a religious crutch. Number 28, eliminate prayer or any phase of religious expression in the schools on the grounds that it violates the principle of separation of church and state. Number 29, discredit the American Constitution by calling it inadequate, old-fashioned, out of step with modern needs, a hindrance to cooperation between nations on a worldwide basis. Number 30, discredit the American Founding Fathers, present them as selfish aristocrats who had no concern for the common man. Number 31, belittle all forms of American culture and encourage the teaching of American history on the ground that it was only a minor part of the big picture. Give more emphasis on Russian history since the communists took over. 32, support any socialist movement to give centralized control over any part of the culture, education, social agencies, welfare programs, mental health clinics, etc. Number 33. Eliminate all laws or procedures which interfere with the operation of the communist apparatus. Number 34. Eliminate the House Committee on Un-American Activities. Number 35. Discredit and eventually dismantle the FBI. Number 36. Infiltrate and gain control of more unions. Number 37. Infiltrate and gain control of big business. Number 38. Transfer some of the powers of arrest from the police to social agencies. Treat all behavioral problems as psychiatric disorders, which no one but psychiatrists can understand or treat. 39. Dominate the psychiatric profession and use mental health laws as a means of gaining coercive control over those who oppose communist goals. Number 40. Discredit the family as an institution. Encourage promiscuity and easy divorce. 41. Emphasize the need to raise children away from the negative influence of parents. Attribute prejudices, mental blocks, and retarding of children to suppressive influence of parents. 42. Create the impression that violence and insurrection are legitimate aspects of the American traditions, that students and special interest groups should rise up and use united force to solve economic, political, or social problems. Number 43. Overthrow all colonial governments before native populations are ready for self-government. 44. Internalize the Panama Canal. And 45. Repeal the Connolly Reservation so the United States cannot prevent the World Court from seizing jurisdiction over domestic problems. Give the World Court jurisdiction over nations and individuals alike.